Okay, so what was the challenge that you faced and how was it affecting your life?
I just experienced a lot of anxiety, um, very kind of dark moments of like doomed feelings.
Hmm.
Um, and then just a feeling that like I've done something wrong, like a lot of guilt and grief around things that maybe I didn't release, which created a lot of like negative feelings for myself. So yeah, that I think.
Cool.
Mm.
And how long have we been doing sessions together?
6 weeks.
6 weeks. Awesome. How has it changed your life?
Oh, it's completely changed my perspective.
Yeah.
Um, I do feel that like all the tools were amazing and they really worked, especially when I was in that deep state of like just feeling like crap, or like that deep straight state of feeling like that doomed state. But yeah, at the end of the day, like some of it was my responsibility too. I had to make sure I was motivated and I really wanted to change. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I had gotten to that point where, it like slowly got to that point basically where I had to, like, I had no option then to make a change.
Mm.
But having those exercises, especially like the breathing exercises, and then also the questions, all the different tools like really helped calm my nervous system, especially when I was in that heightened state of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely helped a lot.
Awesome. What was your biggest impact or takeaway?
Um, I think the biggest thing that I've feel that I've learned from the sessions is that I'm I need to take kind of responsibility for myself and like for what I'm going through, and I just need to stop worrying about everyone else and like what everyone else is thinking about me or doing, or how their actions will impact me. Just like letting go of that control aspect
Mm-hmm.
around like what other people are thinking, doing, etc. Because that has created a lot of anxiety, or it has always like created a lot of anxiety for me. Um, yeah, so I think that was one of the main like things that like the shift in my thinking around um yeah, not firstly not putting too much pressure on myself because that did create a lot of anxiety too, but and being okay with just like doing as much as I'm doing
Mm.
without overachieving or like wanting to overachieve, but then also just being okay and or being responsible for like what I have to do and not be worried about other people and what they want to do. Or
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big takeaway.
Full stepping into your own power. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. What did you like most about working with me?
um I love the hypnotherapy. Great way to sleep. um yeah, I think you just have such a calming energy, and I don't feel judged like when I'm talking about whatever I'm talking about. I just feel like I'm chatting to a friend, but a smart one with like close tools. Not just a friend who like you can bitch to and then they're like, yeah, like that person's an asshole and they encourage your toxic behaviors. Instead, you're like, actually, like very lovingly and very kindly, you just point it out, but you do it so tactfully. They're like, actually, maybe you want to look into that. Um,
Mm.
as opposed to talking to a friend who might be like, yeah, they might encourage your toxic behavior, or they might just be on the other extreme end and be like, actually, you're being a dick, or like,
Yeah,
sorry, excuse me, I don't think I'm
it's okay.
supposed to. Yeah, but
Swearing is
yeah,
allowed.
good, good, good. Yeah, I think that was, and yeah, it does help that like you're very spiritually inclined as well, like myself. because that's something I struggled with in the past with like therapists that kind of would like reject that idea to an extent. They'd be like, oh, like yoga doesn't work, or like, you know, I mean, they're all like complementary, but
Yeah.
you at the end of the day you have to do the work yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's people out there like yourself that can help you on the journey, and there's lots of different other ways that you can complement that journey as well.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. What would you say to someone looking to do this type of work?
Oh, just do it now. Like, don't wait. You know, the sooner the better. Like, if you have ever felt that you needed it, you probably do.
Yeah.
And the longer you wait and the longer you delay it, it only gets worse. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it can get better, but in my experience, in my personal experience, especially because I have a very perfectionist kind of attitude and like do it myself kind of attitude, it's hard to like reach out to someone, and I know that can be very challenging to reach out and open up and be vulnerable. But it's only going to make you like feel better, and it's only going to align you better and give you more clarity around where you need to go and who you need to be and all the things that are great about you, because we all have so many amazing things about us. We just forget because we're unaligned and we're just out of balance. So yeah, like just get onto it, find your balance and find your peace, because at the end of the day, like that's the most important thing, like finding peace within yourself.
That's a great answer. Nearly done. What are 3 words you would use to describe working with me?
Calming. Sorry, I won't say sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, yeah, calming, resourceful, definitely. And what else? There's so many words. I'm just trying to think of
thanks. So many words.
No, but I'm just like trying to think of like, yeah, very good, like strategic, as in like there was a lot of flow, but then there was a lot, sorry, that's more than
No, that's okay.
There was a lot of flow in our sessions, but then there was a lot of like structure as well, but it didn't feel like structure, which was great because I can be very structured sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's more anxiety.
So yes. Flow.
Yeah, flow. Let's go with like,
I like that.
Good aligned flow. Yeah.
Cool. I like that. That's a good one. What are your thoughts on hypnosis after being through the process?
Sorry.
You're like sleep.
Great way to sleep. I think actually saying that, great way to sleep, because my mind races at night. And I just have every thought. Like I've always been that person, but using the regular hypnotherapy for the last 6 weeks, I've really felt myself calm down and relax more at night. So like especially using it at night time, but I have also used it during the day, and it's like a very subtle change. You don't feel a drastic change, or you don't feel it, but it's happening. It's there. And after a while, like after a few weeks, a couple of weeks, like you start to feel it more and more, and you're like, oh, there's a lot of things that have changed, but it's been very subtle. It hasn't been like, boom. Yeah. If you're going to, like, yeah, I would say anyone that wants to try hypnotherapy, like don't expect like a boom kind of change. It's going to come slowly and gradually, but like just keep making sure that you like listen to the recordings and like keep up with it. Yeah.
Full power. I love that.
Yeah. So
Cool. Last thing is, anything else that you'd like to input?
Like just what I said, you know, it can be so hard to be vulnerable and to open up. And you know, like lose like focus on what truly matters. Like at the end of the day, we all want to be loved, and we all want to show up in a way that we are able to be loved. So our journey, I think, in this life is to like how to get there, and just dealing with like, not, I shouldn't say dealing with, because everything is a blessing. Like even the anxiety in a way is a blessing, because it's going to make you look inwards and really make changes, you know, hopefully like within your life where you're in a good time, rather than wait till like, you know, maybe you're running out of time or something. Like, so yeah, I think that sometimes, like, you know, if you have experienced anxiety or depression or like whatever, suicidal thoughts and stuff like that, like you're not alone. Like a lot of people go through that, and it can be hard to be vulnerable. Like that's also very difficult. Your life can seem perfect to someone, but they may not understand. So yeah, like just think of it as an experience that's going to like make your life or change your life for the better when you're on the other side, of it. And you can get to the other side, because yeah, it's definitely possible. And I'm proud of you for like taking this opportunity to work on yourself.
Oh, nice. Good job. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Let me